There are some very specific and important points that need to be discussed before the introduction of the various products. All of the FitPAWS products are tools and not toys. At all times, you should be in control of the situation with your dog. When not working with your dog and the product should be placed away. Under no circumstances should the dog be allowed to bite or play with the products. The dog could become hurt or damage the product. Try to keep the product in a different room when not in use. When introducing the product to the dog, positive training should be utilized. Cookies, treats, clicker training, or any other type of positive training should be incorporated. We want the dog to perceive this training as fun, and as the dog's owner, you want to be as encouraging as possible. This should be a fun training activity that will benefit them both physically and psychologically. All FitPAWS products are formulated specifically for the canine market to provide superior gripping and resist nail damage. However, it is very important to trim or file your dog's nails prior to beginning any form of training. Make sure to read all of the safety and use instructions that have come with the product before use. FitPAWS products are professional quality. However, with any product, you want to make sure you understand and know how to use the product, take care of the product, and maintain its functionality. Before you get started, check with your veterinarian or animal rehabilitation practitioner before you begin a training program for any dog with a physical condition or problem. The work should be pleasurable to the dog and never cause any stress or discomfort during or after the activity. This is the FitPAWS peanut. Once you have it properly inflated, we're going to start getting the dog used to the peanut. So be sure to have a lot of treats nearby because we want to positively reinforce the dog. Lots of praise. If you do use a clicker, make sure you have the clicker handy. Obviously, this is a moving object, and we want to try to stabilize it. I'm tall enough that I can put the ball between my legs. If you're not comfortable with this, you can put the peanut up against a wall or between two areas, maybe a sofa and a coffee table or a grooming table, something to help stabilize it. You can also use books to put underneath it, however you feel safe. So our first step is to introduce the dog to the peanut. So some dogs feel comfortable enough to lie down on the peanut. And once they get up and they're lying down, just gently bounce them so they start to feel comfortable. And then you could rock them side to side to cause some weight shifting. And also back and forth, so they're kicking in their abdominals as well as other large muscles of their core. So just rocking back and forth, and even though it doesn't look like it, she's actually doing some work. She's just very trustworthy, and of course I've got her with the harness. I'm holding on to her while she's on the peanut. The smaller peanut is nice, but it doesn't offer a large surface area. So we can switch her to the larger peanut and have a little bit more surface area. So what I'm going to do is just pick Fergie up and put her up on the larger peanut here. Again, holding on to her harness. And you can see there's a larger surface area, so she's able to move around a little bit more. And I can ask her to stand up. Fergie, come on, and do some turning. It's a little bit easier also on the handler or the owner's back. I'm kneeling here, but you can certainly sit in a chair. And I'm able to get Fergie to do a little bit more activity as she's turning for treats. She feels a little bit more secure. So if you have an older dog that needs a little bit more security, or a dog that's just had surgery, or a dog that just has a little bit more difficulty adjusting to different situations, you can go with the larger peanut. Some dogs, this may be the first step, and it may take a few days just to get them used to it. So you can also use peanut butter, you can put cheese onto the peanut and get them used to things. We want him to become familiar with the ball, and I'm giving him treats right now. And we don't want to lift the dog up. We're going to encourage the dog, just as Miles did, to put his front feet up on the ball. And you can see Miles has a vest on, which is very handy for you to hold on to the dog when he does get on top of the ball. It doesn't matter how you get the dog up on the ball, what position they get up in, as long as they get up. A lot of dogs will stand initially, some will sit down. The first thing you're going to do is gently bounce the dog. So I'm holding onto his harness, I'm also holding on to his rear. We have somebody helping, and this is great to start with, to have an assistant Feed the dog treats. It's a great time to feed them dinner so they don't start to put weight on, because we're trying to do some conditioning here. We don't want them to gain weight. So we'll gently bounce. And gently bounce is a light rocking motion. You don't want to take the dog and get them airborne. And notice I have the ball secure, so the dog is not in fear of falling off. And also, if you notice, him just standing up on the peanut, he's working the large muscles of his legs and also the large muscles of the shoulder. He's doing a lot of work just standing here. We can make it a little bit more difficult by shifting his weight a little bit. And we can also move him back and forth. Altering his head position will also make it more difficult for him. It'll throw his balance off. So our goal is to start with about 3 to 5 minutes each day. Some dogs, 3 minutes will tire them out. Others, it may take a little bit longer. It may take 5 to 10 minutes. When beginning the program, we want to start with performing this every day. It takes 10 to 14 days to make a strength improvement in our dogs as it does in us. And you'll know the dog starts to become fatigued. Their muscles will start to shake. They may also start to lose concentration. They may just lie down and not want to do anything anymore. And then it's time to discontinue the activity. And if you're ready to go to more advanced exercises, please go to the egg section of the DVD. Thank you for buying FitPAWS canine conditioning equipment. If you have any questions, please go to www.fitball.com.